Hello everybody, welcome back to Jared Opens a Box here on Jared Takes the L. Welcome to the first Jared Opens a Box of 2026. Honestly, it's really hard to believe that this show has been going for about almost 6 years now. And we have a lot of great things coming your way this year. Like I said, we are starting the bi-weekly schedule, so every other week there will be an episode, but I still think it's going to be really, really fun. And I thought this was a cool way to kick it off by doing something that we've never really, well, we've done Transformers on the channel before, but these ones are specifically from the Beast Wars. I think it was it was a cartoon. It was a TV show, the Beast Wars TV show that came out in the, I want to say, the 90s. And we have 4 pops here, no exclusives or anything in this wave. They were all just commons, but they are really, really cool. So I thought this was a great way to kick off the year. Let's just go ahead and get started. So our first one for today is none other than Optimus Primal. And of course, we have seen Optimus Primal here on the channel before when we did the Transformers Rise of the Beasts pops. This one, though, is the classic. This is the one that everybody remembers, whereas the one in the movies was a little bit more modernized, I guess. But this is the OG right here, for sure. I love the box. They did change the box up. They have the whole Beast Wars logo. It says Transformers. This is also part of the Pop Television line. It's number 1717. There is the side of the box, the back of the box, which looks super, super cool. It almost looks like there's like scales or something on the back, which is so cool. And then there's the other side of the box as well. Let's go ahead and open this one up and see what we've got going on here. All right. Wow, this one. Look at how impressive this one is. It looks so good. So, of course, the biggest thing to point out, the head does look very similar to that of Optimus Prime. Go figure, since it is the Beast Wars version of the character. It has a lot of very similar details there, especially like this part, and, you know, it has these parts right here. And then also they gave him red eyes here, which, you know, typically we see that with the Decepticons. That's not necessarily the case with this guy, since he is still one of the good guys. The mouth is definitely a little bit different as well. I don't think they even gave Optimus Prime a mouth with his original pop, so that's definitely a difference there. And this looks pretty different here as well. And then you definitely see a lot of differences as you go towards the body here. You see the details of, because obviously he transforms into like a gorilla, so he has a lot of those details on the body here. Also has a little weapon on his arm as well, which looks really, really cool. And then he has almost looks like these little boosters or like a jetpack or something on his back as well. I think it actually would have been kind of fun if they made this a flocked pop, but I guess they didn't want to do that. But I think it would have actually been pretty fitting to see. And then he has like some white and some red kind of scattered around there as well. So yeah, there's Optimus Primal. Definitely much more detailed than the one from Rise of the Beasts, because I think this one is definitely much better in my opinion. It looks incredibly accurate. Oh, and he does have the logo right there, I believe, in the center there too. Can't really see. I can hardly even see it. But there is a logo there, so that is really, really cool. And of course, that logo would actually be for the Maximals, I believe. They were not called the Autobots in that show, but there they are. Or there he is. I don't know why I said that. There he is. Optimus Primal. That is such a cool pop. All right, of course, you cannot have Optimus Prime without Megatron. And yes, Megatron in the Beast Wars continuity is a dinosaur. I think that's awesome. I seriously don't know. You can't get much better than that. But this is Pop Television number 1716. There is the box here. Let's go ahead and open this one up. Yeah, Megatron, he doesn't even get a name change. You know, it's like, nope, it's still Megatron. Let's go ahead and open this one up. So again, like Optimus Prime, the head shape is very similar to that of the G1 Megatron. It has a lot of very similar details there. Of course, different color. This one's more of like a dark blue as opposed to that gray that Megatron has. They also give him the red eyes as well. And then he has a lot of purple kind of all over his body. And of course, he does have that mouth there. Looks like he has a little bit of a grimace going on there. But yeah, the rest of the design really, really cool. His hand is literally the head of the dinosaur, which is crazy. I think that is such a fun detail. I wonder, is this like a blaster or is that actually just like a dinosaur head? I don't know. I really would have to go back, and it's been a long time since I've seen anything really about the Beast Wars series. A lot of great details here on the figure itself, some scales and stuff, especially noticeable down here on by the feet. The other side of the other hand just has like this, I want to say like a pincer or something right there. And then of course he does have sharp talons as well, since like I said, he does transform into a dinosaur, so that makes a lot of sense. Not much really going on the other side here. Most of the detail is on the front, but I think they did a really good job with this one. It looks crazy accurate to the character from the show. Yeah, I have no notes. I think they did a great job with this one. Moving on to our next one. This is also one we have seen before in that same Rise of the Beasts video. We have Rhinox. So I didn't know much about Rhinox, believe it or not, before the Rise of the Beasts stuff. I ended up going and seeing some of the Beast Wars and all of that as we were getting ready for that movie, since they were such a big part. And honestly, he's pretty cool character. This is Pop Television number 1718. There is the box for this one. That original Rhinox was actually a Target exclusive. This one is, of course, not, just a common. And also, unlike some of the other Transformers Pops, they all have the same color on the box, because I know they had the red for the Autobots, purple for Decepticons. They didn't do that with this. So here is Rhinox. This one came out looking really, really cool. Actually, he has the Maximals logo on his head. You can see it right there. So that looks really, really cool. Again, they gave him the red eyes. He has this really cool shape here for the head. Oh yeah, and he has this too, which I didn't even notice. He has like these pipes or something in the back of his head there, so that's pretty cool. Then you go down here, you can see this looks like the bottom half of his jaw, which is actually a part of his body there. And he has like this shell all over. These two really long talons here, and then like these smaller ones, which is a fun detail. And then the back, you can see the rhino head right there with the horns and everything, since obviously Rhinox turns into a rhino. If you couldn't pick up on that from the name, I guess that is indeed the case. And honestly, this one is really cool. I love the green on this one. You got some green, some like dark yellow, and then the brown as well. I think the colors really mesh there. It looks really, really cool. But yeah, there is Rhinox. I don't really have much else to say about this one, but I think it's much better, again, than the Rise of the Beasts one, especially since the one they made for Rise of the Beasts was just in his rhino form, and really didn't look that great, in my opinion. I think this one much better, in my opinion. And now we move on to our last one of the video, another new character, actually completely new character to the Transformers series, because Megatron's not really new. This one I was really hoping they were going to make, and they did, so I'm really excited about this one. We have Blackarachnia. So this one is Pop Television 1715. This is, of course, the origin of the character. I actually remember seeing her in the Transformers animated series, where she was also in that. And then Transformers Prime, they had like a different version called Arachnid or something like that. But it all traces back to the Beast Wars character here. So, forgot to show the box. I'm sorry. There's the box. It's the same. Nothing different on that one. Let's open this one up. Ooh, this one's freaky. Oh, and of course it does have a base as well. Make sure I grab that. There we go. Got the base. So here is Blackarachnia. This one is super cool. The only one of the Pops to not have red eyes, which is kind of interesting. They gave her just the black eyes there. A lot of good details on this one. There is a little symbol here. It looks very similar to the one that's on the Black Widow spider. They did give her a little bit of a mouth there as well. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Look at that. They got little spots there on the back of the head. Most of the colors on this one, like a gold and a black. But there is a little bit more detail down here. Of course, you got the different spider legs right there. And then you got some more stuff. I guess her hands are actually look like pincers as well. I know that's obviously not the case, but that's what it looks like. Oh, and then another symbol on her back there of that Black Widow spider. Guess to show that she is dangerous, you know. don't want to make the wrong move there. But this one honestly looks really, really cool. They did a great job with this one. Very, very accurate to the Beast Wars version. I know Transformers Animated gave her a completely different look, but this one is very accurate to that original version of the character. I think they did a really good job with this one as well. Really good job with this whole wave. I mean, they are seriously so accurate. They did such a good job. I'd give them all a 10 out of 10 for sure. Great start to 2026 here with these Beast Wars pops. I'll go through them one more time, though. And I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on which one is your favorite. So we have Optimus Primal, we have Megatron, we have Rhinox, and we have Blackarachnia. So let me know down below which of these are your favorites. When we come back in 2 weeks, gonna have to get used to saying that. When we come back in 2 weeks, we're actually gonna be taking a look at some new Marvel pops. This specific wave is called Marvel's Strange Tales, and it's really cool, kind of diving into some of the more supernatural characters, I guess. So it's going to be really cool. Really excited for that wave. But that is going to do it for today, guys. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.